Hello everybody and welcome to another Age at Home in Service YouTube video. So if this is your first video that you are watching, please follow the below instructions. If this is the second or the third video that you're watching, just continue right along and ignore me. If you are clocking in for the first time, you do need to call the 888 number. Your app is not going to work in this situation. There are 3 videos in this series: infection control, fire and safety, and client rights. There are 3 quizzes to complete as well, and you can find those on your ERSP homepage under the Documents Needing Attention tab. And then when you're clocking out, we ask that you again call the 888 number and that you also leave a voice comment for us at the office so that we can make sure that you get paid for your time. All right. Any questions at all, call us at the office. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy. So this one is all about fire and safety in home care. And before we talk about that, we need to know what our boundaries are. What is our job description? You're either going into the house one of 2 ways. One is as an SSC, Specialized Support Caregiver, or the other is as a homemaker. Both jobs are incredibly important, but the difference is basically what you can and can't do. As an SSC, you are looking at possibly assisting somebody with sponge bathing, hair care, skin care, oral care, filing, never cutting of the nails, assisting with dressing, transfer assistance, mobility assistance, toileting, catheter care, nutrition, companionship, driving, and then light housekeeping as well. So it's the hands-on piece. But always in addition, we are offering light housekeeping. So if you're coming in as a homemaker, this is what you're doing, and you're not doing the hands-on. If you're coming in as an SSC, you're doing all of the light housekeeping here as well as the hands-on. When we talk about confidentiality and boundaries, which is extremely important, and it's part of safety just in a different way, this is about keeping your clients' information safe. It's about keeping where they live safe so that other people find out or don't find out where they live. We all have funny stories that we hear from our clients or that happen to us, and it's all right to tell your family and friends about those, but you don't want to give your client's name or address out. Especially in these times, we don't know who is using drugs, who is not using drugs, who's going through extremely hard times. We don't want to put our clients in danger by the wrong people finding out where they live. When you walk into someone's house, you are walking in as if you have cartoon birds on your shoulders. Nothing goes bad in your life. We don't want to have them feel at all like any pressure about hearing about our bad day. You can have your bad day after you're done with your shift, but while you're on shift, everything is very, very happy. We do not talk about other clients with our clients. We don't enter into any rooms of the house that you do not have permission to enter into. And then don't go through the client's mail or get the mail unless it's on the care plan. If you have a question about something being on the care plan, call us at the office. It's that easy. Have the client call us so that we can make sure that what you're doing is in the wishes of the family. And again, if you have anything that seems out of the ordinary, report it to the office, please. Anything out of the ordinary, you do need to fill out an incident report. Now let's get right into our body mechanics. So with body mechanics, this is how we hold ourselves and how we are aware of our body when we're doing different things. The interesting thing about pain is it's actually our body's way of saying, hey, something's wrong. Headaches, they're not really normal. They mean something is wrong. Body aches, it might be the way you're even as little as carrying something. Recently on a trip, my nephew, who is a physical therapist, was telling me that when you feel the pain, stop and listen to your body and think about what you're doing and think about how you could change it to get rid of the pain. And on this trip, my daughter was carrying her purse on one shoulder for a long trip, and she was starting to get back pain, and she thought about it and switched it over to the other side and the pain went away. Sometimes it's that easy. It's being aware of your body and the fact that it's talking to you. So for us, with body mechanics, not only when we are helping somebody with a transfer, but even more so when you're helping people with cleaning, you're doing repetitive motions. Change up how you're doing it. If your lower body hurts while you're washing dishes, then open up the door underneath the sink and put your foot up. That actually relieves your lower back and it can readjust and you're able to feel a little bit better. When you're emptying the dishwasher, instead of bending straight over and lifting with your back, squat down and get it and lift up. It's good exercise too. We should be lifting with our thighs and our buttocks muscles. That's what's most important. So, with proper body mechanics, the first thing is wearing proper shoes. Closed-toe, flat shoes. Heels don't give us, they give us height, but they really don't give us a lot of stability. And don't get me started on flip-flops. They should be banned from existence, but we won't go there. That'll be another YouTube video. So wearing closed-toe shoes and having them is going to give you the protection that you need. Keeping your feet flat on the floor, but separated, so about hip distance apart. That gives you that stability. When you stand with your feet totally together, you don't have any stability and you're going to be using your back in order to keep yourself stable, which is a dangerous position to be in. Your back should stay straight. So again, if you're squatting and moving and doing, you're doing with your other muscles, not with your back. If there is a gait belt in the house and you are doing a transfer, you use it. Even if the client says, Susie Q never uses it, you use it if it's on the care plan. If you have any trouble, give a call to the office and we'll talk to the client for you. Take your time and think about what you're going to do before you do it. Scan the area, look for anything that could be out of the ordinary. Read, if you're doing a transfer, read your client's face. Are they ready? Are they with you? Your feet should be apart in a standing position. Lower your body to get close to the object. For women, our center of gravity is right around our belly button. For men, it's a little bit lower. So the closer you are holding an object to your center, and the closer you're holding it to yourself, the less you're using your back to lift, and the less the thing actually feels like it weighs. Bend at your knees, do not bend at your waist. And if there are tools in place, you might be a very strong person, I don't doubt that whatsoever, but use the tools because once you injure your back, it's injured. And for those of you who haven't heard me say this before, if you do a transfer or do something and it makes you go, ooh, that felt funny, give us a call. Let us see if we can get physical therapy in there to do an evaluation and take a look at the situation because we want everybody to be safe. When you're walking down a stairs, you should have one hand free at all times. It should be, and the same thing with you should be coaching your clients on this as well. Hold on to that gate or the chair rail going up and down, handrail that's going up and down. Have one hand free. When your hands are completely full, you have no way to stop yourself if you hit something. If you see a spill, wipe it right up. And take care of it then because you might forget and later on you're going to have trouble with it. Be aware of your surroundings. Take that minute to clear your brain, use your words, and just see what's around you. All right. Inside everyone's home there is that purple book, the Age at Home book. There's 3 pages to the care plan now. The middle page is all about emergency answers. So it's going to say if there's working smoke detectors, working CO2, if there are fire extinguishers, where are they? Because they don't do you a lot of good if you don't know where they are. They also talk about the exits. When you walk into someone's house, your first thought should be, how do I get them out of here in case of an emergency? What are my viable exits? We deal a lot with older houses. Some of them have windows that are painted shut because they're really old. Some have polyethylene up on the front doors, metal roofs during the winter time. Others are collectors, and so the hallway is a little more narrow than maybe we would like it to be. So know what your viable exits are to get this person out. If somebody, especially if they're starting to want to use heating pads, check the heating pad, make sure that it isn't frayed. that there's any wiring that seems wrong. If you get a little shock from a lamp, unplug it and then label it as broken, because again, we want to make sure that we're communicating to other people that this is a problem. Know where you are going. In that purple book, again, once you're there, if you ever had to call 911 in case of an emergency, the address of where you're located is right there in that purple book. And that's important because in an emergency situation, you guys go to so many houses, you could easily forget where you are at. Make sure that you're following standard precautions and proper hand washing techniques. Know how to get out, don't overexert yourself, lift with your legs, get plenty of rest and eat a balanced diet. And if you do not feel safe, leave the home and call 911 in the office. Some people like to call the office first, and we will say hang up and call 911. That is a promise that we can give you, that we will never save you. I cannot believe you called 911. So speaking of 911, what often happens is no one believes that something bad is going to happen to themselves. And we are often shocked when it does, which is why if you watch the news, you usually see the neighbor of something that's just happened being interviewed saying, that stuff doesn't happen around here. And the reason is because we're not in that mindset. Bad things don't happen. So when you have chest pain or your client's having chest pain, they're going to say, no, don't call 911 because it's just indigestion. The other reason that if you ask somebody whether you want to call 911 and they say no, it's because no is safe. I may not like the situation I'm in right now, but I know it. And yes means something's going to change, and that's really, really scary because it's the unknown. So just do it. If your client is complaining of difficult breathing, they're having chest pains, if they're in distress, if something in the back of your neck says this is a problem, call 911. And if the person falls, remember, we do not lift. We call 911, we say we have a non-emergency, I need a stand assist. Stay with the client, keep them warm, and keep them calm. All right, so we have this photo here of fire safety. And she's doing a couple things wrong, besides wearing a lime green pantsuit, because you just shouldn't do that to a fire. But you can see here that she's aiming at the top of the fire, and if you have a fire extinguisher, you should be aiming that at the base of the fire because it needs to extinguish the flames. You also have a very short period of time of that jetting out because it's got to go fast to extinguish the oxygen. So you want to make sure that you've got it in place before you pull the pin. As far as fire safety goes, you want to follow the RACE, which is rescue, activate the alarm, contain the fire if you can, and extinguish a fire if you can. If not, try to get the person away from where the base of the flames are happening. Everyone should be prepared in the event of a disaster. Are you? Would you know what to do? And do you know what to have ready? We have a quick video for you to watch. Ta-da! It worked. That sums it up.
Every job has a number of safety risks. Home health care workers and other caregivers are exposed to a wide range of safety risks. Their workplaces include apartment buildings, homes, assisted living facilities, group homes, and shelters. Every place is different, and you never know what you are going to encounter, so it pays to be alert and aware of hazards. No matter how familiar you think you are with your particular workplace, a 30-second inspection will make your job much safer. Statistically, driving a car is potentially the most dangerous thing most people will do. So before setting out for the day, take 30 seconds to make your travels safer. Is your car in good working condition? Are windshields and mirrors clear and providing full visibility? Is the gas tank nearly full? A good habit to have, fill up your tank whenever the fuel level drops below half. Do you have an extra set of keys with you in case you happen to lock yours in the vehicle? Do you have a good flashlight with fresh batteries? Always keep one with you because you may need it inside a residence, say in case of a power outage, or to light the walkway outside. Do you have detailed directions to your destination? Have you confirmed your arrival time with someone at your destination? Also, you should always arrange with another person to let them know where you are going, and when to expect your return. When traveling in a strange or high-crime area, keep your windows up and doors locked. While driving, if you have to answer a text or check written directions, pull over. Don't do it in traffic. Upon arrival, before exiting your vehicle, check the area. If you see anything suspicious or anything that makes you uncomfortable, call your office for guidance. Avoid going anywhere you don't feel is safe. No matter where you are, don't leave anything in view inside your vehicle. Lock it in the trunk. Upon leaving your vehicle, inspect your walkway for slip and fall hazards. Ice, snow, wet pavement, slick blacktop, uneven surfaces like grass or gravel, broken stairs, and loose floorboards are all hazards. When you walk, your foot comes off the ground less than half an inch, so beware of any tripping hazards along the way. When walking, don't put your feet anywhere without looking first. Upon entering the residence, take 30 seconds to check for all types of hazards. Even if you were there the day before, things change. Never expect everything to be the same. Some homes are neat and tidy. Some are inhabited by hoarders, cluttered everywhere and filled with a variety of hazards. Look for trip, slip, and fall hazards. Things like electrical cords, bunched up carpets, throw rugs, uneven flooring, pets, pet dishes and toys, and spills. Where are all the exits from the building? To prevent a slip and fall, or an injury from stubbing your toes or stepping on a sharp object, it's a good idea to always keep your shoes on. Either bring a clean pair with you or wear disposable shoe covers. Again, don't put your feet anywhere you are not looking. Slippery bathroom floors or anywhere with a slick walking surface needs your extra attention, especially if you are helping with activities like washing or bathing. How is the lighting? Make sure it is good enough for you to work safely. Where are the nearest fire extinguishers? If there was a small fire, like on a stovetop, would you know how to put it out? If you have never used one, you should check out our video on how to use the PASS or PASS fire extinguisher system. Beware of unlabeled containers. You have no idea what's in them. Unmarked containers may contain deadly combinations of cleaners or other chemical products. Burns, eye and respiratory injuries, and other skin conditions are often caused by people using products out of unlabeled containers. Keep your phone with you at all times. Whether you go outside to empty garbage or into a basement or anywhere else, if you have a phone, you have a way to call for help. If you are reaching for something like changing a light bulb or getting something off a high shelf, use an appropriate ladder or step stool. Don't use a chair, a box, nightstand, or table. None of these are made for that purpose and could collapse or tip over. Before lifting anything, take 30 seconds to assess the situation. Remember that moving or lifting people is one of the greatest risks you will take. Turning and positioning, walking and ambulating, transferring and lifting can result in harm to both you and the patient if done incorrectly. If you are working alone, use any available assistive devices. Know how to properly use them and make sure they are in good working order. If you have no assistive devices, keep in mind that forceful exertions and awkward positions are the two things most likely to cause injury to you and to the patient. If someone has fallen, the last thing to do is grab them and jerk them upright. You cannot tell if they were hurt when they fell or if they have some other condition that made them fall. This may be the time to call for help. Are they conscious, alert, and oriented? Be very careful here, especially if you were not present when they fell. When helping someone out of a chair or transferring, say from a wheelchair to a bed or commode, don't lift, assist the patient. Move slow enough so they are doing most of the work. All you are doing is assisting. Make sure that the person you are helping will not fall during the maneuver, and you must make sure that you are not putting too much strain on your own body. Learn proper body mechanics, like lifting with your powerful leg muscles and avoiding straining your back, neck, and shoulders. shoulders. Keeping yourself in good physical condition is the best way to prepare your body for being a caregiver. Improve your core strength with abdominal exercises. Stretch and warm up your muscles before putting them under stress, and learn as much as you can about proper body mechanics. Above all, don't attempt any maneuver that you aren't 100% sure you can accomplish safely. It's just too risky. Thanks for watching and have a safe day.
Okay, and that ends our safety video. Thank you so much. Call with questions. Bye-bye.